Dear students, now in this video we will discuss section B. Let's come to question number 3 first. Write the overall chemical equation for photosynthesis. So this is the complete balanced equation for photosynthesis. 6 CO2 plus 12 water will give you C6H12O6, that is glucose, 6 oxygen and 6 water. This is the complete balanced equation for the photosynthesis. Next is mention any two functions of the blood. So you can write transport of respiratory gases, that is oxygen and CO2, and transport of hormones from the source organ to the effector organ. Differentiate between karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Cytokinesis is division of cytoplasm and karyokinesis is division of nucleus or any changes in the nucleus. So you have to differentiate it between karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Excessive use of fertilizers but it is of 2 marks, so you can write two differences. One is cytokinesis, division of cytoplasm, and division of nucleus, and another difference is not as such. You can also write a small part of difference in cytokinesis in plant animals. And okay, you can write only one difference because I don't think there are two differences in that. Just you can write one difference only. Excessive use of fertilizers in agricultural fields reduce the yield of crops. Justify the statement. Because fertilizer when sprayed on plants, they form a hypertonic solution outside the plants and results in exosmosis, which helps in the wrinkling of the plant. So these are the answers of question number 3. Next question is a diagrammatic question in which you have been given potted plant kept in sunlight and slightly been tilted. So name the phenomenon that has been observed in the diagram, that is phototropism. Which plant hormone plays an important role? That is auxin, because the more auxin is shifted to the shaded side and it promotes growth on the shaded side, and therefore this plant tilt towards the sun. So answer is auxin. Complete the statement. Shoots show positive phototropism and roots show positive geotropism, or you can write hydrotropism. So this is the answer of question number 3, 5th part. Next we come to question number 4. Write the expanded form of DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. Active transport is the transport of minerals from its low to high concentration, that is against concentration gradient using energy from the ATP. Mention 2 pairs of nitrogenous bases which pair with each other with hydrogen bonds, that is adenine with thymine and cytosine with guanine. Adenine pairs with thymine with 2 hydrogen bonds and C with G with 3 hydrogen bonds. Mendel's law of segregation states that during gamete formation, 2 factors for each character separate and only one enters each gamete. You can write the definition on your own also, or if you remember the book definition, then you can write that also. Draw a neat label diagram of human sperm. So this is how you can draw the sperm and label it. This is the head portion, middle piece, tail. This is acrosome, nucleus, cytoplasm, and here you have mitochondria. So you can label all these parts in the human sperm. These are the answers of question number 4. Next we come to question number 5. That is, explain the term population density. Now in population density you have to define it. That is number of people per square kilometer at any given time. That is the population density. Mention 2 surgical methods of population control. One is in males, that is vasectomy, and in females the cutting of fallopian tube, that is tubectomy. So you can write tubectomy and vasectomy. Mention 2 factors responsible for population explosion in India. You can write any 2 factors. Illiteracy, mainly the illiterate people are there in mostly in rural areas, and they don't know the disadvantage of having a large family. And next is superstitious beliefs, that is having a male child in the family is compulsory. So for that they can give birth to different any number of girls in the family. So that also increases the population explosion in India. Illiteracy and superstitious beliefs. Mention any 2 resources which come under pressure. Number first is land, or you can write forest, because increasing population, if there are more people, more land will be required. And second is food or water, because the food grows in arithmetic progression and population grows in geometric progression, and therefore there will be extra pressure on these 2 resources. The diagram below shows The global warming, the climate is changing. So name the climate phenomenon for increase in Earth's temperature, that is global warming, or you can write greenhouse effect. Mention one reason for this warming, obviously deforestation and use of excessive fuels. What measures can we take to prevent this climatic change? Afforestation and use of cleaner fuels we can use to prevent global warming. These are the answers of question number 5. Next we come to question number 6. Define the term transpiration, loss of water in the form of water vapor from the aerial parts of the plant. That will be leaves and green stems. State 1, 2 adaptations to reduce transpiration. You can write any 2: sunken stomata, fewer stomata, or reduced leaf surface, that is transformation of leaves into spines in desert areas. Mention any 2 functions of human fetal placenta. Firstly, it is nutritive organ. It provides nourishment to the fetus from mother's body, transfers the nutrition, and second, it serves also as respiratory exchange between fetus and mother. Significance of human testis located outside the abdomen in scrotal sacs is due to, as human sperms, they require 2 to 3 degree temperature less for maturing. So body temperature is high, especially in summers. So they are located outside the body cavity in a skinny fold, that is scrotal sacs. Draw a neat label diagram of Malpighian capsule. This type of diagram you can make and you have to label it. This is Bowman's capsule. This is glomerulus, and this is afferent arteriole, and the leaving one is efferent arteriole. So you can label and this extension goes to PCT. So you can label it. It is of I think 3 marks question is there. So you can label any 3 parts. Next is question number 7. What is a reflex action? You have to write the definition here. Sudden involuntary response to a stimulus. Definition, I am just telling you the very exact definition, a very small definition with all the keywords. If you have explained it with all the keywords in your own words, that is also correct, and if you have given example, that is much more helpful. Renal cortex had a dotted appearance and renal medulla has a striped appearance. Why? Because the Malpighian capsule is located, that is a part of this Malpighian capsule that I have drawn here. This is located in the cortical part of the kidney, and the rest of the tubular portion is located in the medulla portion, which gives it a striped appearance. Mention 2 functions of cerebellum, that is body balance and muscular coordination between the right and the left body parts. That is 2 functions of cerebellum. Differentiate between semicircular canals and utriculus based on their functions. Semicircular canals are responsible for balancing of the body, and utriculus is responsible for the dynamic balance of the body. Otherwise, we are unable to sit properly or stand properly in static position. Again, a diagrammatic question of variegated leaves. Now, first part is, which aspect of photosynthesis is being tested in above diagram? To show that chlorophyll is required or necessary for the photosynthesis, because variegated leaves are the leaves in which there are chlorophyll in the patches. You can see here they have shown you the chlorophyll is in patches. This is green part and this is the light yellow part. Why was the plant kept in dark for 24 hours? To destarch it, so that all the starch that has been formed earlier is lost. So to destarch the plant, we have kept it in dark for 24 hours so that no photosynthesis takes place. After the starch test, what will be the color of yellow part? Yellow part, because it has no chlorophyll, it will turn brown on the starch test, and this part, green part, because it has chlorophyll, will synthesize the starch and will give you blue black color with the iodine test or starch test. These are the answers of answer number 7. Next we come to question number 8. Question number 8 is, define the term mutation. Mutation is the sudden change in the chromosome number or genes or in the arrangement of chromosomes which overall affect the phenotype of an organism or character of an organism. Next, this is a monohybrid cross, second part, in which you have to make a cross between red and white flowers, as I have told you in my earlier video also. This is how you have to make the cross, showing F1 and F2 generations. Genotypic ratio is 1:2:1 between capital R, capital R, small r, and small r, small r. And phenotypic ratio is 3:1 between red and white flowers. They have directly asked you to draw the entire flowchart or entire cross between red and white flowers. Next is a reasoning part. Leaves roll up in a sunny day of certain plants. Why? Obviously because to reduce the surface area. If there will be larger surface area, more transpiration will be there. So to reduce the surface areas, which in turn reduces the rate of transpiration, leaves of certain plants roll up on a hot sunny day. What is a semi-permeable membrane? Membrane which allows only selected or solvent particles to pass through it, and in plant cell it is cell membrane. Again, a diagrammatic question of heart. In this, the first question is which part of heart is in contraction phase. Now you can clearly see in this 2 arrows are made, and the blood is transferred from the ventricle to the aorta and pulmonary artery. So because these two walls, that is semilunar walls, aortic semilunar valve and pulmonary semilunar valves, are open and bicuspid and tricuspid are closed, so obviously the ventricles are contracting in this phase, which transfers the blood to the aorta and pulmonary artery. So which part of the heart is in contraction phase? Here ventricles are in contraction phase, and they have asked you to give the reason in the second part. Give reason for the answer. So you can write because semilunar valves are open. Aortic semilunar valve, this is aortic semilunar valve, and this is pulmonary semilunar valve, both are open, and bicuspid and tricuspid are closed, so it obviously means that ventricles are contracting. And next is distinguish between systole and diastole. So systole is the contraction phase of the heart and diastole is the relaxation phase of the heart. So these are the answers of question number 8. You can check the answers if you have written all the keywords and just the factors they have asked you. There is no need to explain the factors. If you have written it in 2 or 3 words also, the correct factors, then you can easily gain the marks. So you can calculate how much have you done and how much you can secure in your marks. Thank you.